One of the standout boats at the Palma Boat Show is this enormous all-black catamaran from VisionF. Now VisionF are a Turkish yard, but they're in partnership with Silent Yachts who build these things, electric catamarans. Now, this particular boat is an IPS boat, but in the future they're working with Silent Yachts on producing a hybrid version and an all-electric version. This is just a shell, effectively, the 80. It will show you what the boat's like. We're not going to get the sort of drive technology for a little while yet. However, I just got to show you around this thing because it's an amazing bit of kit. Let's have a closer look. So here we go, this really is quite something. Obviously you've got a split bathing platform, it being a powercat, and then you have the hydraulic platform in the middle here. Now you can mount a tender here. We'll talk more about tenders and toys later on, but at the moment this is just a platform that you can lower into the water and use it to swim off, but you can have the tender on there if you prefer. And then up here you really begin to feel the size of this thing. I mean, just look at the size of those side decks. It really is like a bowling alley. You've got nearly a 30-foot beam, and that is the beautiful thing about a catamaran this big. You really feel that beam, and it just feels so luxurious. Now the other thing about VisionF is it's all really pretty much bespoke. All aluminium. This is painted aluminium, black obviously, this particular version. This boat here has got this dinette. You can have a bar here, you can have a bar over here. I mean, you know, this is a particular layout for this owner, but just think of it as a blank piece of paper. Really, whatever you want goes when it comes to furnishing, colours, the layout. It's really incredibly flexible. This boat's got a sea bob up here, you can have a bar under here, you know, it goes on and on. Mega void sound system with these fantastic orange speakers on this boat. And it really is in a bit of a party boat spec. Have a little look down the other side. Yeah, look at those side decks. Really something quite special. So the exciting thing about this thing is that, you know, this is a VisionF. It's got IPS. Access to the engines is through these hatches. Obviously you have one on either side, but they're going to collaborate with Silent Yachts. So Silent Yachts build electric catamarans, and they're going to do a hybrid and fully electric version of this boat. So they're going to collaborate, the two yards. The boat are going to be built in Turkey, and you can either have a hybrid system with IPS, or you can have the full electric system with a generator that you get on the smaller Silent Yachts. But this is an IPS boat. It's IPS 800, top speed is 16 knots. You can cruise at 11 knots, but you can also have IPS 1200. So, you know, you can have a bit more power, a bit more performance if you want to. But yeah, for me, that's the exciting thing. You've got this sort of super yacht scale, and you have potentially an electric future. Anyway, let's concentrate on this particular boat. We'll have a look at the saloon. We head straight down here into the galley. Now we're at a boat show, so there are a few people on board. You'll have to excuse that, I'm afraid. Hopefully it won't be too noisy and distracting, but I'll try and keep it as clear as possible. Really big, almost commercial spec galley. All the storage is really neatly hidden away behind these panels. It's very sleek, it's very cool, actually very functional. And I don't know if you can tell the height of the deck. There is so much headroom down here. The height of these hulls means you've got massive space in the lower deck. I love this detailing as well. Back into the main saloon. Again, very flexible layout. This particular boat's got the dinette to port, obviously. You have seating here on the starboard side, but you can really play with this layout, have it really however you want, colour schemes, etc. You can have the galley up here if you prefer. And the accommodation is then split to port and starboard. We'll have a look at the accommodation in a minute, because I think what we really need to look at, to go past the lower helm here, is the toy chest. So you can walk through the windscreen. See, there's a door straight through here onto the foredeck. Great big squishy sun lounge cushions down here. You can see these poles. You can have a canopy for a bit more shade over here. It's rolled up here at the moment, as you can see. But on this boat, this is where the toys are. Got the Williams jet tender. We've got a Sea-Doo jet ski, and the crane here is how you lift them into the water. Obviously, if you just want this as living space, then you can have the tender out on the platform, as I explained. If you want a bigger tender, if you want a jet ski as well, if you want loads of toys, then this foredeck allows you to do that, and you still have masses of space. You can still put sun lounges here either side of the tenders, and of course you've got this area here that's fitted out with cushions. It's the luxuriousness of just so much space though. You know, to walk down a side deck this big, pretty special. It still looks a bit busy in the interior, so I'm going to head straight to the Flybridge actually. Before I do that though, just show you the wing station. You've got a lower helm, you've got an upper helm, and then you've got a joystick here. So you have your engine controls here, obviously IPS control, and that means that you've got a great view down the side of the boat and also looking aft.
Do you have a reservation? No? We take by reservation. Can you make an appointment? No? We have a
So then you're up onto the top deck, and this almost feels ridiculously large. It feels quite sparse because this owner has just gone for the dinette and the sunbathing option up here. You could have a proper bar on this side, which you probably want in my opinion, because it means you can serve people up here more easily. And also it just fills the space a bit. It's just so enormous. It almost feels a bit silly, but the space is incredible. Very modern helm station here. Again, you've got your joystick, throttles, a couple of Garmin screens, and then a helm bench that's sort of lost in the square footage of this Flybridge. Now on the electric and hybrid silent yachts version of this boat, the hardtop is going to be extended fore and aft, and you won't have these cushions. You'll have solar panels here, because the idea of the silent yachts, as you can see from this one, is that those solar panels draw down energy and feed the batteries. These boats are self-sufficient both in running and domestically, and you need the solar panels to do that. So the silent version will have solar panels instead of those cushions. But it doesn't matter, because just look at the amount of relaxation lounging space you've got on this thing. Yeah, crazy. So back down and we'll see if the cabins have emptied out a bit. So I'll go down to starboard first, and this is the master cabin. Would you look at that? The decor may not be to everybody's taste, but as I've said, that's completely bespoke. But just look at the size of it. Great use of glass as well. You know, glass panels all the way along. You lie in bed, you're looking out over the water. This boat's finished in the sort of Alcantara. Looks and feels really nice. You've got the orange highlighting. Really big double bed, full walk around. Loads of storage as well. You've got wardrobes there, wardrobes there. You keep walking back and you find the ensuite bathroom. Twin sinks. Love the backlit mirrors as well. They look really smart. Bit of storage up there. Really nice shower cubicle with big rain shower head. Obviously you have your toilet down here. So that's the master suite. And the nice thing about this layout is if the owner has the kids on board, if you move forward along this starboard hull, you have a nice twin cabin here. Perfect little kids cabin. I say little, it's still a great size, and headroom is just ridiculous everywhere. Just take it for given that headroom is good, because it always is. Again, more storage there, twin beds. Again, you have the glass in the hull. And then right forward we have the ensuite bathroom, which again is a really good size. It has a nice shower cubicle all of its own. Now you can have the crew space where the galley was, if you have the galley on deck. The crew space on this boat is right forward. They're actually working on it at the moment, so you can't see it, but crew space is in the bow of this boat. So we cross the saloon.
Very interesting.
It's the port hull.
I'm sorry, I left all my card on the boat.
And we'll go forward, and here you have pretty much identical double guest cabins. So this is forward in the port hull. They've all got these lovely windows and hatches above as well. A bit of ventilation and more natural light. The ensuite. Not quite as big as the twin in the starboard hull, but still really nice size. Lots of storage options. And if we head aft, we have pretty much exactly the same thing. With the ensuite. Pretty cool. And again, flexible accommodation. You could have, you know, one big cabin down here, I'm sure. You know, it really is a blank page. So there you have it, the VisionF 80. Really pretty spectacular in this, guys, just purely because of the size, the finish, the customization. But I think what's really exciting is that this is going to be hybrid and electric one day. So that just changes things completely in the way this boat is used, more sustainable. So an exciting future for Silent, a good partnership. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a new video. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.